This is going to be a rant, but I want to talk about this particular subject. Um, the subject is going to be about this movie called Do the Right Thing that was directed and starred by Spike Lee. The movie Do the Right Thing by Spike Lee. The movie came out in 1989, just a few years before the beating of, just before the few years before the beating of Rodney King. The police, said the police beating of Rodney King in 1992, just a few years before. Um, I want to talk about this particular character that stood out to me the most in that movie, and that character was called the Mayor. The Mayor was played by the late actor Ozzie Davis. May he rest in peace. The character, the Mayor, and in the movie, he wasn't really the mayor. He was just a so-called. He was just a bum on the street. Basically, a drunk. He drank beer a lot. So basically, he was an alcoholic, a bum alcoholic. Well, yeah, you could say he was a homeless, drunk bum out there in the neighborhood, and the people in the neighborhood called him the mayor. I don't know why, but they called him that. But now I'm starting to see why they called him the mayor. In my honest opinion, the main reason why they called that homeless man the mayor is because of how he treated other people, and for the most part, he treated people with respect. Like the citizens in that neighborhood, he basically treated the residents in that neighborhood with respect, you know, and by him showing respect to a lot of the citizens in that neighborhood, that's why a lot of people respect him. They show, that's why you have a lot of people. Well, yeah, well, in a sense, you have, well, I won't say a lot of respect, but they know that the mayor was kind. Even though he showed people, even though, some of the people didn't like him, he still showed them respect and kindness. And then later on, they decided to show him the same type of respect and kindness back, because some of the people didn't like him because, he was a homeless, drunk, and all that stuff. But once they realized how he truly was, as far as his character, they kind of thought otherwise in the city, kind of thought otherwise. So they just, decided to show him respect, a little bit of respect, and a little bit of kindness too. You get what I'm saying? But that's what I kind of noticed about the movie about the mayor. Oh, and also another thing about the mayor too. Now, in the movie Do the Right Thing, it showed racial tension. It showed a lot of racial tension between the different races in that neighborhood. And like I said, the character, the mayor, stood out to me the most because now he was a black man. And by him showing respect to all of the residents in the neighborhood, it didn't matter to him if you was white, Spanish, Italian, Korean, or whatever. He was still going to show respect towards his fellow man, and that's why, like I said before, that's why a lot of the residents in their neighborhood just, respected, they just, a lot of the people in that neighborhood showed him a little bit of respect and kindness too, because of what he was giving them. Even though he didn't have a dime, he didn't have nothing. What he had was respect towards his fellow man. And then eventually, other people started to follow. Well, I'm not started to follow, but other people, decided to show him respect back because they knew that he was a righteous character. They knew that, deep down he was a cool dude. He was a righteous man. And when it comes to the whole idea of Do the Right Thing, the mayor stood out to me because the movie itself was trying to convey to the people that you must do the right thing. But everybody in the movie, they was doing the wrong thing, except for one person that I noticed. Except for one person that actually did the right thing. And in my honest opinion, it was the mayor. The mayor was the only person that did the right thing. He was the perfect example of a righteous person in that movie because when they burned down Sal's Pizzeria, he was one of the first. He was one of the. Actually, he was the only person that saved Sal from the rioters, and he was trying to break up the fight, and he was also was trying to stop the looters from destroying Sal's Pizzeria. You get what I'm saying? The mayor was basically the peacemaker. He saved Sal from the looters and rioters, and then he also tried to break up the fight in the pizzeria, and he was trying to stop the people from looting the riot, from looting and destroying Sal's Pizzeria. But eventually they did. But the fact remains that at least he tried to do something. At least the mayor was trying to bring peace. At least he was trying to do the right thing. You get what I'm saying? So out of all the characters, the mayor was the only person who had the balls to do the right thing, who had the guts to do the right thing, because deep down he was a righteous brother. And that was the main idea of the movie. You know, it's kind of ironic, you know, the movie says do the right thing, but everybody in the movie didn't do the right thing except for one person, a homeless drunk by the name of the mayor. You see that? And you know what? There's another reason why the mayor, stood out to me, because there were a few homeless people, and they were men too. There was a few homeless men that I met, and for the most part, they were righteous fellows too. They had great character. They had integrity. And those few men that I met that was homeless, those few men that I met reminded me of the mayor. Those few homeless people that I met in real life, those guys reminded me of the mayor from the movie Do the Right Thing. You get what I'm saying, man? It be the ones, I gotta put, what's that old saying? It be the ones that you least expect, and it be the ones that you look down on. But eventually, the people that you look down on, those are the ones that have the greatest gift. And what I mean by the greatest gift, I'm talking about their character, their integrity. They was willing to do things what other people were not willing to do. See, I realized that you cannot underestimate anybody. Never underestimate anybody, because you'll be surprised what some people can do and what some people will do. And when it came to the mayor, like I said before, he was a homeless drunk, but he had character. He had integrity. And for the most part, deep down, he was a righteous fellow. He was a righteous dude, man. And you know what, too? When it comes to character, when it comes to having integrity, I want to be just like the mayor. Fuck it. I want to be just like the fucking mayor. Not being homeless now, but as far as character development, as far as integrity, you know what I'm saying? As far as being a righteous man, a righteous fellow, I want to be just like the mayor. I want to be just like the fucking mayor. Because, like I said before, he had the guts to do the right thing. Out of all the people in that neighborhood in the movie, they had regular jobs, they had homes. They had regular jobs. They live in their apartments. You know what I'm saying? They had cars and all that stuff. They was doing the American, just doing their thing, having a job and all that stuff, working a 9 to 5 and all that stuff. They had a place to stay. They had things to eat. You know what I'm saying? They had a car to drive. But when it came to the mayor didn't have shit. But he was able to do some of the things that the so-called normal people wouldn't do in that damn movie. And look what he did. He had the guts to be the peacemaker. He had the guts to do the right thing. And I give my utmost respect to the mayor. I give my utmost respect to the character of the mayor in that movie. And like I said before, rest in peace to Ozzie Davis. But yeah, but overall though, man, I give my respect to that character, the mayor. And that's all I got to say about that, man. That's all I got to say. Rest in peace to all the other actors, that was in the movie too. Bill Nunn, may he rest in peace, and all those other characters and all those other people too. I can't name them all, but the people that's not here right now that started that movie, may they rest in peace. And that's all I got to say about that, man. That's all I got to say. So yeah, man. So thank you so much, and have a good day.